Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope all is well. This time I will discuss a material with the topic the best student solution during the online versus offline learning pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed people's lives, but it doesn't only attack Indonesia, it also hits the world. The presence of COVID-19 has forced people to stop activities outside the home that should be carried out as a normal day. The community must maintain a safe distance or what is known as physical distancing, a situation in which people are quarantined and isolated in their respective home, including in carrying out work so that each vulnerable individual will not be infected with the COVID-19 virus. People want to leave the house to meet basic needs such as buying something for daily needs. People are required to wear masks and of course keep their distance from other people. The implementation and self-isolation recommended by the government will not only have an impact on the work of the community, but also have an impact on the education system that must continue to run. The outbreak of the COVID-19 virus has an impact on teaching and learning activities for students and teachers. Activities which are usually carried out in classroom, in a school environment have now changed to learning at home. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Cindy Maulidia with student ID number 1152000389. I'm a student of Communication Scheme at the University 70 August 1945 Surabaya. I think this topic is important to discuss because it can provide insight and knowledge about the best situation for online and offline learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. The world is shocked by the outbreak of a disease caused by a virus called corona, or known as COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 19, which began the pandemic on December 31, 2019 in Wuhan City, right in China. And currently the virus is spreading around the world very quickly. So, World Health Organization on March 11, 2020 declared it a global pandemic. Some of the countries with the highest COVID-19 cases were recorded, namely Italy, the United States, China, Spain, and Iran. Even Indonesia was affected. With the application of social standing or restriction on social interaction, it also has an impact in the world of education. The government made a decision to cancel or move the learning process from school to home. This learning transition forces various parties to follow the path that can be taken so that learning can take place by utilizing technology as an online learning medium. The use of this technology also has several obstacles, such as low mastery of technology, limited facilities and infrastructure, internet network, cost and decreased motivation of teachers, lecturers and students because they are bored using the technology. Students must be able to adapt quickly in situation and condition like today. Then, after searching and collecting some data about online and offline learning during the pandemic, here are some of the data I got.
Data about online and offline learning during the pandemic. Online interaction type data in detail. The following is the percentage of data. Online interaction type data in detail. As shown in the picture, students use social media more often for the learning system. Learning management system. a software application that helps the online learning process. Video conference, interactive telecommunication technology that connect to our more place and can interact visually and sound simultaneously through digital telecommunication network media. Social media. Social media is an online media that is used by each other, especially in online learning where user can actually participate, interact, share, and create works. Online interaction used by lecture. %36.6%. College students attend lecture asynchronously through the learning management system. 46.6%. College students attend lecture in sync with social media. 77.3%. College students attend lecture in sync with video conference application. Interpersonal collaborative. At first, chat room, instant communication between college student and lecturer. Second, discussion forum between college student and lecturer or other research person who join. Third, collaborative project, joint project carried out in group with college student from the same class or even different universities for a certain authentic and challenging tasks. 4. Community of inquiry. Any group of individuals involved in a process problematic situation. 5. Community of practice, the process of sharing information and experience with the group that member learn from each other and have an opportunity to develop personally and professionally. And other form of collaborative activity. Current study room. The study room is currently divided into two parts, namely the first, there are asynchronous learning activities that can be done independently, which mean self-directed asynchronous learning. And then with collaborative asynchronous learning, which is usually known as group work or discussion. Second, there are synchronous learning activities that can be done virtually through various learning video applications such as Zoom, Google Meeting, and others. And then with face-to-face learning, or can be called learning in the classroom, which is done directly. But for now, face-to-face contact is not allowed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. What are the advantages and disadvantages of online and offline learning? Advantages. At first, shorter study time. Second, Indonesian education is more advanced. Third, students can develop themselves. 4. The online application can be accessed anywhere provided that it is connected to the internet. And next, disadvantages. At first, tasks build up. Second, consume a lot of internet data or quota. Third, learning material is difficult to get. 4. Difficult debates.
In my opinion, regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, the existence of COVID-19 has forced people to stop activities outside their home that should be carried out as a normal thing. Then to keep doing activities outside the home, we must follow the health protocol that have been set by the government, such as diligently washing hands, or using hand sanitizer, keeping a distance from each other, and wearing masks. To prevent this virus, it is necessary to implement a healthy life such as diligently exercising, maintaining a diet, and taking vitamins. And next, my opinion about online and offline learning is that for now, I prefer online learning because during a pandemic like this, it is necessary to limit the distance of face-to-face meeting, and online learning can also reduce the risk of contracting the COVID-19 virus and follow government regulations so that the situation gets better soon and activities can be done offline. For the best solution, the government makes policies related to COVID-19 social assistance for affected communities. Cooperation between school or university and provider to improve internet service in school is one of the efforts to solve problems regarding limited facilities and infrastructure. The government also provided assistance in the form of free internet quota so that students can carry out online learning activities easily. So, in activities during the pandemic, we have to learn independently, seek knowledge through books or the internet, be creative with friends or teachers through video conference application, or it can be through personal WhatsApp. Make good use of them at home. So, the conclusion from this material is that the COVID-19 pandemic has an impact on any aspect of the economy, education, socioculture, and health. By complying with the health protocols set by the government, we have indirectly broken the chain of transmission of COVID-19. Then online or offline learning activities for now, in my opinion, have their respective advantage and disadvantage. Students are expected to be able to adapt quickly in situations and conditions like this because offline learning is not recommended because it can cause an insertion in COVID-19. That's all I can inform you about online and offline learning in the COVID-19 pandemic situation. I'm sorry if there are mistakes in speaking and sorry if there are still many shortcomings in conveying the material. So many video from me. Thank you and see you.